After the Justice Department pointed out that witnesses substantiated the officer's claim and that the hands up don't shoot didn't actually happen, and that the hashtag Black Lives Matter implies that they don't matter right now, and you have a nation reacting to a singular event for a young black male, basically the question is, doesn't that send a message of hopelessness and despair instead of a message of constructive activity? Is it wrong to use that because it's based on a lie?
Depending on whether or not you, here I'll answer it very easily. The hands up, don't shoot, the Black Lives Movement under the Ferguson decision, it wasn't just what happened there in Ferguson, right? Ferguson became the microcosm of frustrations that many folks throughout the nation, in the towns and the cities, from Jersey to Chicago to Seattle, it touched on that frustration. The Black Lives Matter, the hands up, don't shoot, it was more of a symbolic gesture, not just of what happened in Ferguson, but that was kind of this is happening, hear us now. This is the resurgence of the energy that had, gone on from the men who were shot and killed here in Seattle. It was bigger than what just happened in Ferguson. We have to understand that. Not an isolated incident inside of a vacuum. We're talking about generations of folks who felt that they've been oppressed or that their lives didn't matter when it came to a white officer for unarmed matters. That's the frustration. We termed it, we gave it the hashtag. That's the new movement of being able to use social media to take on an existing fight and form of oppression, but it's not just that isolated matter. Do we still have the feelings even after the indictment decision? The National Bar Association, a bunch of lawyers, they held their national conference there in Ferguson because they wanted to challenge the system. As attorneys, they were able to give that analysis of the failures of what the legal system did in coming down in that non-indictment decision. So it wasn't over, but I'd hate for us to walk away thinking Ferguson was just happening in that small town. We've got to broaden our lens, and we have to understand, yes, we used Ferguson, but it was used to talk about something that's happening throughout the country.
Ben, I can get a quick response from you, and then I've got a follow-up question for Monique and a separate follow-up question for Charles.
On the Black Lives Matter idea, I want to find the people. I want to find the people alongside you who think Black lives don't matter. I'm still looking for those people. Really, I mean, the implication is, of course, that for a bunch of people out there, for some reason, they're fine with black people getting shot in the street for no reason. Hands up, don't shoot was based on a lie. That's problematic. The idea that there is a huge number of black young men who are being shot for no reason by police officers is not statistically true. It's just not statistically true. The fact is that according to statistical studies at John Jay College, if you're a white man in a similar confrontation with police, you have a better chance of being shot by police than if you are a young black man. More white men are shot by the police every year in the country than young black men are shot by police in the country. The idea that there is a spate, and there's an easy proof. We know all of their names. We know all of their names. When there are 30 million black men in America. Okay, when we know President Obama said that we have a spate, it's a slow rolling crisis. Once every couple of weeks we have a case that's under dispute. So let's take his statistic. Okay, so let's say it's 26. No, one is too many, and we all agree. But is it really a slow rolling crisis with a broad trend across the nation when there are 30 million black people in the entire country and 26 people are shot under disputed circumstances, and probably at least half of those, the cop is at least justified? In Brown, he was justified.